Whatever you want.
You guys can heckle. You guys can heckle, but let's try to keep it down.
I'm gonna get up and smoke that bowl in the middle of this, so I hope you don't care.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 20. All right, so we got some Smuckers today.
Pretending.
Unofficial sponsor.
I'm pretending.
Official sponsor.
Anybody else? Okay, so everybody.
What?
Jamie requested that we have. Well, first of all, thank you guys for showing up. This is our special 3rd of July episode with live audience.
3rd of July.
Well, it's our 30th episode, 3rd of July, because everybody works tomorrow.
Say that
or
4
everybody
times
works
fast.
Thursday, so it kind of fucks our schedule up.
You can't.
No.
I just want to take a video of everybody over there.
Oh, let's have a moment.
This is pretty cool. Everybody showed up.
Oh.
So, anyways, so
How could you not love it?
so this is a special episode.
Let's lay down some ground rules.
This is America's birthday, and we're gonna celebrate it right.
According to
That's right.
America, I want to bring this up for the first time. Our friend Casey inspecting my work.
Hold on, before we get to that, before we get to her throwing your food away, Jay is right. We're gonna lay down some ground rules.
Okay.
That's right. If you're not drinking, you should be cleaning.
Well, that's not what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say is you guys are allowed to heckle.
not a
If
rule.
you guys wanted to throw
It's a
out
suggestion.
a topic to talk about, we'll talk about it. Have some jokes or some shit that you guys want to tell us. So
Only if
stand
you
up,
yell at Ario.
yell at me, whatever. But first, I want to tell a story. Jamie wanted me to bring some gummy bears, and I have a gummy bear story.
Okay.
Pretty
So
nasty.
if you guys are all ready to hear it, it's not.
I'm not, but
Look it
let's
up
do
with
it.
a gummy bear story.
Okay, so
Man.
Cody knows this story
Oh,
because
man.
we heard it at the same time.
Yeah, we sure did. I forgot. I purged it from my memory until you brought it back up.
Okay, so what had happened was we had a homie, and he's like, "Bro, I got some shit that we need to tell you."
Oh, the old gummy bear story.
Yeah. Oh, you remember the gummy bear story? Okay.
Boy, do I.
So what had happened was our homeboy's brother. Don't heckle at the audience.
Sorry.
You're supposed to heckle it up.
Throw some of those over here.
Our homeboy had an older brother, went to a party, and he said that his homeboy was trying to get some at this party. So he found this girl. They were hooking up a little bit. They made it to a room, and he was
Was she a
like,
big girl or little girl?
I don't know. She was probably like, I don't know, maybe
Those
mid-20s.
those details in the story just
Just
the memory just blows
some
you
lady
right by.
from now on.
Doesn't
From
matter.
now on,
Okay,
she's
it's just some lady, right? It's just some lady. He found her at a party,
Some
Just
nice
some
lady.
lady.
and they made it to a bedroom. They were hooking up a little bit, and she's like, "Hey, can you go down on me?" And
asked
he was like,
nicely.
you don't need to ask twice, you know.
Wow.
So he's going down on her.
Well, that's a lot to ask a stranger.
This
So-
lady was not shy.
So she said, "Can you get my purse? I have some gummy bears in there." I don't want to say it's Harbios because we're eating them.
It's not.
Can you get my purse?
Harbios?
Yeah, he
Whatever
said
the
it
fuck
wrong.
it's
Let's
called.
keep going.
Whatever
keep
the fuck it's
keep
called.
going.
He said, "Can you give me some of those? In my bag, I have gummy bears. Get them."
Gummy bears.
So
It's
he
really
gets,
bad.
He gets the gummy bears, and he's like, "What do you want me to do?" And she's like, "I want you to get 3 gummy bears and put them inside my vagina and eat them out."
She
Like-
came with a plan.
Okay,
She
but
already knew. What
like
was happening.
here's
She was
here's the kicker.
prepared.
Here's the kicker. I don't know. You push them in and then you eat them out. I don't know. So,
He said, I don't know.
but
Does she
I
have a
don't know.
bag? That's a good question.
hold on. The bag was already open, right? Because the way this story breaks down, he thought, okay, damn, this bag's open. She wants the gummy bears. You know, she's been doing this, right? So she's been playing this gummy bear game, and he got to that party late. So maybe some other dudes put some gummy bears in there. Who knows? So he goes down. He puts 3 gummy bears in there because he's trying to get it on, right? So he goes down and he finds one, eats one, keeps going, finds the other one, eats one, keeps going, and then like kind of feels like 2 wrestling in there. He's like, oh, like this girl left another one in here. So
Right.
he cleans them both out, right? So he put 3 in
So-
and
right.
got 4 out. Like
Yeah.
I wish that's how ATMs
Just want to
work.
make sure you were going to say that part.
Yeah, he put 3
Wow.
gummy bears in
3 in,
and got 4 out.
4
This
out.
is a really heavy start.
So yeah,
It
it's
gets
yeah.
better.
Wait,
It gets better.
can we clarify that this guy is like fishing them out? Like how is he
No,
like just
nobody knows.
Jay, remember I told you?
Oh, a gummy bear.
Look, the way I learned how to eat one out was like eating a mango. Okay, you just kind of work it.
A
at
mango
different
doesn't
angles.
require that much work.
You've never had a mango.
This is,
Anyways,
That's not.
whoa.
so
of the story.
if you've never had a mango, it's probably about the same.
It's not.
Now this chick had 4 gummy bears in her, according to this guy, right? I don't know. They do the deed, they whatever, they get their shit done. And then a week goes by, and he's having a hard time breathing, right? He's coughing.
Go back. Tell her about
That's
this.
what he gets.
Hold on.
Tell her how you took out the
chose
4th
that
one
way.
and that one like.
Hold on.
But there was
That's-
only
that's-
3.
So he's
Hold on.
so his throat,
He put 3 in, and he got 4.
and then his
So
throat,
his throat
is
was irritating him for about a
Yeah.
week. So he goes to the doctor, and he's like, "Hey, like I think I got like bronchitis or something." So the doctor checks out his throat, and the doctor looks at him and says, "What did you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know. Like I was outside after I took a shower one night, and like I don't know, I got a strep or something."
There's no shower
And
as
then,
part of this.
and
at
then
all.
he told him, "I'm gonna ask you one more time. You need to tell me what you did." So he's like, "Okay, I put some gummy bears in a girl's vagina, and I ate them out." And he's like, "What you did was you ate a cluster of herpes." So
Jesus Christ.
I hope you enjoy those gummy bears.
I don't even know they came out in clusters.
So the way I imagine it,
that never gets easier to hear.
it doesn't get easier to hear. It doesn't even get easier to tell because it always looks
How long
like
have we known that story for? Like,
at least 6 years. In my head, it always looks like a cluster of like eggs that come out of a fish.
Where is he today?
Hopefully alive.
Ruined sushi.
Now here's the thing. It looks like masago, right? In your head, you think of like a chunk of a masago.
you don't. Why,
Here's the thing.
don't visually describe anything from
That's
now
the
on.
only way I sleep at night.
Dude, too far or not far
And
enough?
that's the only way I can eat a mango. So when I think about it, and even the way our friend described it was, there's no herpes medication for the inside of your body. It's only cream. So I don't know. He has to take some sort of inflammatory something because when he has flare-ups, he can't breathe.
He has to drink
Wait, he got
Drano.
herpes in his
It's
throat?
in his throat. He has herpes in his throat. It's not
where
on
the
his lips.
where the
It's
4th
not
gummy
on-
bear went.
Yeah, the 4th gummy bear was like, "Oh, you know what? This is a new wall. We're gonna just live here."
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
story
Wow.
of the 4th
So-
gummy bear.
and they're not sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's terrible.
yeah, that's our opening. But
That's terrible.
Top that, everyone.
I'm just
Yeah.
the gummy bears. When you
I
told
don't even want to.
me
Jay.
that you wanted gummy bears, you were gonna send your, what did you call it?
My writer.
Your writer. Make sure we had
Yeah, I don't
Boss
know what
Water.
you thought it was.
Neither did I. I was like, I mean, is he gonna be cool?
Oh man. I mean,
You
they still.
send him, I guess.
But with that, we were gonna start the whole episode with funny stories, and Cody said he didn't have any until today.
Oh yeah. So I got a couple funny stories. First, on the way here, as per the celebration, we stopped to get some
Gasoline.
party supplies.
Oh.
Necessity.
True.
At CVS, and Marty, our good friend, was waiting at the little thing where they lock you out of the tequila bottles that are the same price as the tequila that's on the shelf that you can just walk away with. But it's who's watching.
Whatever. I hear you.
Stood there for like 20 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. He literally stood there for 20 minutes waiting for someone to come and open the thing.
I was eating hot Cheetos and beef jerky.
That yeah.
Did you
We
pay
won't
for
talk.
it?
Wait, yeah. Somebody
I
paid
did
for
not.
it. Somebody else paid for it. And then yeah, and so that was just the first thing. And then we went to Stater Brothers to go to the ATM because that's the only one that's around here, I guess.
Anywhere.
Yeah,
only
and the
place that gives
lady
money.
is at the ATM and says, "Oh, the ATM took my money." And my first thought is, well, ATMs are supposed to take your money. Kind of what they're for. I guess you can get money from them too, but that's the two things that they do.
Just give
She
and take.
nailed it on that
Yeah,
one.
and then she decided she wanted to call Chase customer service while she was standing at the ATM.
Oh,
She
great.
said, put me on the phone with Chase.
Doing nothing. Yeah, and she told
Really
herself
quick,
that.
I
and
actually
she,
talked to a guy named Chase.
I don't know if she talked to a guy, but she talked to a robot from Chase, the bank.
Yeah.
While
No, but,
you
like,
and everyone in
I
line
had to
waited.
do customer service, like setting this up. Like I had to get like the card swiper, right? And I was like at the bank. He goes, "Oh, you're gonna talk to Chase." I was like, "The Chase?" And he's like, "He's gonna make the joke." I was like, "What?" So like I'm on the phone. He goes, "Hey, this is Chase, but not the Chase." I was like, "This fucking guy's dumb as fuck." I'm sure he's a real douchebag. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the person, there was a guy in front of me when I got in. She was there. The lady was there. And there was a guy in front of me, and he got over it in like 3 minutes. And then there were people behind me who like looked at what she was doing on the ATM, and they were like, "Can he go?" Talking about me, like, "Can he just go?" And it took my money. And they were like, "Oh." And then they got in line, and they were like, "Don't you come here to put money in? Like, what are we doing here?"
Yeah,
And-
like I don't understand. Like
so
she just
yeah,
put too much
so
money
then
in?
another few minutes passed, and I was like, I don't know where there's another ATM around here. This is my chance, you know. So I asked her again when she got another call while she was on hold with Chase. hung up on the first person. Like she just lost the whole thing. So I was like, can I just go real quick?
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
Got in and got out of there, dude. And I've never spent more time in Stater
Like, you
Brothers
didn't
and
even
CVS in my
investigate
whole
more to
entire
see,
life.
like, what it was that she meant to do.
I didn't.
Like,
I
you
don't
didn't
want to
get
know any
involved.
more.
She's like, I just wanted to buy gummy
I don't want to
bears.
know any more about
No.
what's going on. I know more than I already wanted to know.
Oh, how annoying, dude.
Man, she had like those white like shoes that have the high heel kind of like the white straps.
Like the nurse
Reeboks
shoes.
with the straps.
You remember? Hold on.
It's with the
You,
fur.
you remember those
Yes.
nurse shoes? Like every girl. Cody's the one with it.
Thought there was a bird.
Anyways, really quick, I just wanted to ask because you have a sweet shirt on.
Oh, yeah,
we
we
were
were
supposed to
talking
have
about
her
it.
on last week. We had a
Oh,
different
sure.
guest, Rael, which was a great guest as well. We rescheduled, but thank you for coming out once again. We really appreciate you,
Thanks for
Jamie,
having
coming.
me.
Heck yeah.
Thank you for joining us. But last week
Two.
you went to WWE SmackDown. Tuesday
SmackDown.
night.
SmackDown Live.
Nice.
SmackDown Live.
And it is better on TV.
Oh
What?
man, that's
Honest,
the
'cause
same.
on TV they have the announcers, right? So they're like, "Whoa, here comes Sasha Banks," blah 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 blah, and then in real life you don't hear the announcers
Yeah.
at all.
No?
No.
Dude.
So you're just watching and you hear like all the pouncing on the
mat?
mats.
So
So,
much
it kind
louder.
of sounds like, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's
It's a
like,
setup.
it just sounds like that.
So they have no like announcer. They have no.
No, they
Nope.
just have like one that's like, "Okay, everybody, we're live. Welcome to SmackDown Live." Blah, blah, blah,
And that's
blah,
it?
Cheer, woo! And then
How was your
But
dad?
there's no
You said-
commentary.
no announcers.
Just
So-
people making noise about the whole
But
time.
my dad loved it. I
Yeah.
mean, I took him for Father's Day.
Who's your
That's
dad's
sick.
favorite wrestler?
Well, he likes Undertaker, of course.
That guy's
Who
still
doesn't?
Remember your
around.
dad? Okay, I don't know if it was like 2 or 3 years ago.
He won't die.
You remember when Undertaker lost?
Oh yeah.
Did you see your dad cried?
No, not my dad. He cried when
He's like, no, not my dad.
he
Not
cried
one
when
of
There's a
my
bunch
dad.
of other dads that were
Not
crying.
my dad,
my
not
dad.
ever. No
was the guy
way.
from Ghost,
Not once, not never.
The guy from Ghost.
the actor.
Kurt Russell? No, that's not him. That's Demi
Patrick
Moore.
Swayze.
Patrick
Patrick
Swayze,
Swayze.
yeah.
Yeah, he was super sad boy when Patrick Swayze died.
Really?
Yeah, he
Ooh.
called me. He's like, "Hey man, Patrick
Got a
Swayze
minute?
died." I'm like,
I remember
"Who's
that. That was like
Like,
2008. He
I
was in
forgot
Probably
Patrick
'cause the
Swayze
Outsiders.
Point Break?
died.
Yeah.
Point Break. That's what it was with Keanu Reeves.
Yep.
And,
Also the movie Roadhouse. That's the reason
well,
why.
hold on.
we're-
Speaking of Point Break, that's where your favorite voice, Gary Busey. You
Not,
gotta-
no, not Gary Busey. I like Keanu's dumbass.
No, but you did a good Gary Busey for a long time.
Did
do
I?
the the turtles and lettuce thing.
That's not Gary Busey.
Yes, it is. It's a Gary Busey type of. I know it's Pablo Francisco.
Gary Busey. Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
Do
that's
the
not
turtles
it.
and lettuce.
I can't even do it right now.
Yes, you can. You're nervous.
Where
I
he was
think all
just
these
like
people are
feeding.
making-
Are you talking about Pablo Francisco's
Yeah,
thing?
but he did it like because he even said it. Well, I
He's
sound
like, looks like a little turtle. Feed it some lettuce. Feed it some lettuce. So, yeah, but that's not my joke.
I know it's not your joke, but you do the voice excellent. You sound like a creep, and I love it.
Oh, dude, I specialize in Crete.
Hey, did you ever get
Yeah.
those glasses?
Which ones?
The ones from the photo you sent us?
No, those are at my work. They're just
Oh.
because my boss is old, so there's like random reading glasses all over the place.
Oh yeah, we're gonna post that photo right at the bottom. As a matter of fact, I'm actually gonna pull the photo up and I'm gonna pass it around.
You don't
Hold
gotta
it.
do that.
And right here when you do the thing.
I always find because like the business has been there for a long time, so I always find these old
No, yeah, the old-
glasses, like reading glasses or like safety glasses, like the other picture that I sent.
This whole
Gotta
time,
put them on, dude.
because I was at work, this whole time when I saw that photo, I thought you were at the doctor place.
Trying to get glasses.
Yeah, I was like, no, get the creeper ones, the bigger, pedophile ones.
Get the huge ones.
Yeah.
Like a thick lens for no reason, right?
Bifocals.
The gold rim.
Oh, that reminds me. I used to have these like big sunglasses that I turned into reading glasses.
Oh,
And so they looked
ask
like those like huge, thick,
Bifocals.
like Coke bottle glasses.
Yeah.
Oh my
and my
gosh.
dad was like, asked my mom like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with our baby? She's that blind." Like,
Wait, what
he
happened? What
felt so
happened?
bad. They were
You
talking
guys.
about him potentially getting Coke
Yeah,
bottle
hold on.
glasses.
Wait, hold on. This photo's gonna come around and they're saying he looks like the rapist from Lovely Bones.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I've never even seen that.
I'm
He's
gonna
like,
pull
I
it up
can't
right
even
now.
defend
I
myself.
can't even defend
So
myself.
hold on. So you were saying that they
I thought
they
I
were
looked like
afraid to
MC
get you
Snow. Look him up.
Coke bottle glasses.
No, they were talking about him, like him picking out a pair of glasses and then telling him he should get like Coke bottle glasses. And I had a pair of glasses that were not Coke bottle glasses, but they looked like Coke bottle glasses. And my dad had told my mom like, "Oh, what's wrong with our baby? Like I didn't know she was so blind." It was just a sweet like little.
Yeah. Okay. Look. Here's Lovely Bones.
You do look like the rapist. Lovely Bones.
Oh my gosh.
Damn it.
But
Almost
Cody's
a Dahmer.
I've never even been in
Jeffrey
anything
Dahmer?
typecast already. That's terrible.
Did you say Jeffrey Dahmer?
I think it's just the style.
I have changed.
I think it's just.
I'm
it's
gonna
the
get
white.
white.
I've
too.
changed
It's the
Cody's
white.
contact ID
Mustache.
so much.
Oh yeah, every
I
time
even take
Cody does a
pictures like
picture
that.
like that. Yeah, you do. I have like 7 more of these.
We should all just.
Why are you so serious though?
You're exaggerating.
It's funny.
and every time he sends a picture, Jay changes his contact profile pic
So
to like
good.
the most recent random
Yo,
photo.
next season we should all just grow mustaches and shave everything else off.
Yeah, but Jay can't grow a mustache.
Yes, I can.
I think he
Go
can.
ahead, Jay.
He has
No,
a
go ahead.
little
Let's
one.
hear about
Not right
it.
now. Like eventually.
It'll ha-
Yeah,
Oh,
it takes a
5
little
o'clock
bit.
shadow.
Yeah, I'm a little scruffy right now, but it just grows in naturally white trashy. You know, I cannot right here. And
He
not
looks
so
like a
high up
cop
here.
that
You just
comes
pulled a line
home.
from Joe Dirt right
Like,
now. That's
do you guys
amazing.
remember that scene
really
from like
can't.
Guilty Conscience from Eminem's music video? The guy that walks home to like his wife getting banged by another dude.
Big negative.
He looks like the dude that walks in. You guys remember that music video?
No.
I do.
What now?
No, we've
Okay.
talked about
I know
this.
it's
don't
really
watch many
specific, but I'm gonna have
music
to put
videos
the
like
video down.
that. I can imagine it.
imagine
Just 'cause I know the song.
What part?
The part of the song that you're talking
Oh, I
about.
thought you meant the sex because we're talking about.
So
Tell
wait,
the
what does
part.
this guy look like? Is he some sort of redneck?
You know how you described yourself right now?
I forget.
Yeah, me too.
So how should I describe myself? If
I don't know if we want to. That's a
I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. How would you describe yourself? You're on the phone. You're talking to someone blind.
just a big veiny triumphant bastard.
Who rides a Hemi?
Rad on a 125.
How
What's
did
with
you
GTO.
that, Hemi?
describe yourself in chat rooms back in
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I never was in chat.
Oh yeah, because you didn't have
Five.
TV or internet.
This is my
How
first
did
chat
you?
room.
What?
Yeah, you guys are my first time.
Okay, like ASL. I don't know if you guys remember that. We've talked about that.
Age, sex, location.
Age, sex, location on
Never-
Amazon.
Don't
Amazon.
remember that.
On AOL.
I missed that wave.
Yeah, you don't. You do. Okay.
You
Yeah,
really didn't
we
do
remember.
You didn't do that either.
No.
Jamie?
Huh?
Do you
Jamie?
remember?
Yeah,
Not in my
totally.
Christian
Okay,
household.
okay.
I was like a Zanga.
Zanga, right?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
the only other person that could remember Zanga. That was right before MySpace.
Actually, I remember that the lady who it was a lady who put me on Zanga at the library. Her name was
Whoa.
Cry 1,000 Oceans.
Oh,
She was
Carve
like,
your
that's
name
deep.
in my wrist.
"You've got to do this." But now
Papa
that I look
Roach.
back on it, I was probably like 10 years old, and she was like, 37.
Okay, so she was just trying to have
It's like
sex.
an awkward situation, like to make a 37-year-old friend at the library.
Yeah, it's
Not really. I mean, that's where you find 37-year-old friends. Or where did you go last
I
week?
was 10. Like I was 10.
She thought you were Matilda.
See, but those are better times. You could take the bus to Disneyland. It wasn't a big
Well, I
deal.
had a friend who was like, I think he was like almost a senior. I was like maybe 6th.
He was touching you.
He was trying to make me smoke a joint. I got scared. I just wanted to go and play
Yeah, you know, he was touching
Pro
you.
Skater.
Stop.
He just wanted
Tony
to
Hawk
see-
Pro Skater. I got scared because he showed me a joint. He's like, "Hey, you want to hit it?" I'm like,
No.
"I think I gotta go home."
He's a
Somebody-
terrible
He just wanted to see what a 6-year-old high was
really
like.
bad.
yeah,
That's really
I
bad.
just went over to play Tony Hawk. And
Aw.
he's like,
Dude,
Just
you
trying
can
to be
be
a-
high though at 6 because no one's gonna suspect that.
Yeah,
You're gonna
already-
get Tylenol
In the
and go to
90s?
bed when you
I don't
get
know,
home
man.
if you go home high 6. 6 years old and high.
Mom, I don't feel good.
But it's when you
Here,
start
here,
getting
here.
like
Or
13.
you could just be a
and-
kid.
yeah,
Or you could just
Yeah.
be a kid.
yeah. The most I got was like a beer from my uncle, like on a birthday or a quinceañera. Like,
Dang.
I
Yeah.
don't
That was actually-
know.
that was
I think
still
the
kinda
first time
gross.
I
That's
drank
so
beer, I
funny
was
that
like
you were trying to
13.
Tony Hawk.
The first time I smoked a blunt was with a Crip and a Blood.
you're right.
And that was
Something.
probably everything that Tupac and Martin Luther King ever wanted.
Okay, we're coming up on a quick break here. As soon as we come back, we'll talk about funny stories.
Oh man.
Nail me.
You know,
My name is Cliff Hanger.
every time I think about a cliff, I think about that little raccoon from Ace Ventura, and he's like, when he falls.
I used to love that movie.
I still.
I would always
love
skip
Jim
that.
Carrey.
Oh my
first part.
gosh! Speaking of Ace
Jim Carrey's
Ventura,
unreal.
Jay is. Hey, what's up, Henry? Better late than never, I guess.
He came. Did he? He brought something.
Speak.
Wait, is the camera on?
It's yeah, it's
over
still
there.
on. Right there and make a left.
And we're back. And so is freaking Henry.
Well, he's
Wait,
never-
wait. Before we get deeper into
he's
this,
never
Ace
been.
Ventura. Did you guys ever look at Jay's face and just see that he looks exactly like? Fuck,
The-
what's his name?
the kid on Richie Rich.
No,
No, the kid on Blank Check.
No,
Oh, I'm Preston.
Yeah.
no.
What
Ace
kid?
Ventura himself. Ready?
God damn it. Here's Preston,
Ready?
Skyler, Waterson.
Okay,
Watterson?
And why not?
do the face.
Why
What
not?
face?
You look exactly like Ace Ventura.
Yeah, but which face is that?
Any of them.
He does not.
Watch.
It's not
Watch,
a face.
watch.
It's like a watch. Stop it.
Do it.
It's not. I can't just turn it on. I can't just be Jim Carrey.
Ready? Ready?
Come.
You guys ready? Watch it. He's Jim
That's
Carrey.
not true,
Goodness
but I'm
gracious. It's hot as fuck in here now.
Dude,
I can't just be Jim Carrey. And what if it's like, huh, that wasn't very
You're not
Jim
Jim
Carrey.
Then I'll cut it. Then I'll edit it. I'll edit it.
You're not Jim Carrey.
No, I'm not.
Thanks, Marty.
I don't know. But I have gotten comments like I have like the chin or some of the expressions.
Crimson
like,
Chin.
It's
I can't-
chintastic.
The Crimson Chin.
But like
Cannot
sometimes
confirm
like
nor deny.
I look like the
Oh,
Grinch
there's
when I
one.
have
There's
extra
two-
cotton
there's
mouth.
two left.
You
And
look
I
like
hang my
Grinch.
upper lip on my teeth. Like
You
exactly
you can't do the Jim Carrey face.
It's not that there's a Jim Carrey face.
Yeah, I don't see what face you're talking about.
You've done it before. Okay, whatever.
I don't know what you want.
I'm gonna have to edit this out, Jay. You made this terrible.
You made this terrible. You brought this.
Okay, whatever.
So can I talk about my
Your
my,
story?
my story
Yeah.
regarding a friend of ours?
You won't.
All right. So I was at work, you know, I was already in a bad mood. I was looking forward to my blue Powerade all 6 hours I was first working there. I work a 12-hour shift. So we all go into like the main break room, and all of our food is gone. There's no food in the little cubicle thingies where we buy food,
Yeah.
and all of our food is gone that we leave on the table. And it comes to find out, maybe 30 minutes ago, our good friend is a
Health
food
inspector.
lady inspector.
She's a dream ruiner.
She's a fun sucker,
A what?
a food sucker. She didn't technically.
She's a health inspector. Casey, our friend, is a health inspector. She
Like-
comes in. If your chicken's too cold, she makes you throw that shit away.
See with the safety.
So
Shit, I guess
it's
the
only
salmonella
what
kills
the
people
company's
these days.
food that you guys throw away. It's only the company's food you throw away.
It gave me a good diet. Okay.
Public. Wait.
Something
Public.
that's accessible to the public. So like
Oh,
the
so
company sells
everything.
you guys food, then that,
Yeah. So
but not if it's yours.
I just
Already.
got really sad when I
So
found
she
out.
threw it all away. But explain why.
Yeah.
Do you know?
long
'cause
long
you
story
found out-
short, Casey threw Brian's lunch away, and he went hungry.
I had a blue Powerade. I had a PB&J, and I think I had some I had like a bully in there too.
a
Are you
bully.
12?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah.
my mom didn't pack my lunch. I had to do my own.
Hey guys,
So
I
you're
love you,
12.
but if you guys could just keep it down a little bit,
So you're 12.
appreciate it.
I'm 12.
Dude,
and a half.
Sorry.
I'm 12 too. It's a great age.
Remain
was
turnt.
horrible.
Remain turnt.
Yeah, it really was. It was
I
not
can't
a
remember.
good age actually.
12?
I got like this weird attitude when I was 12, where I like wanted to act like I knew everything. And my
Yeah, I'm going
grandma
outside.
always wanted to challenge me, which is kind of funny thinking about it now. She's like,
12-year-old.
she's in her late.
I'm gonna show this motherfucker he's wrong.
She's like, he's 12, but clearly I was wrong. But I got this weird attitude, and then like looking back,
Attitude
like,
era.
just even a couple years later, when you're like
NWO,
15, you like look back and
right?
you're like, why did I act like that?
I
Like
still do that.
clearly I did not.
I still say that.
I
No,
think about that like from my early 20s. Like, why?
yeah, same.
Oh,
Yeah,
20s?
Do that.
no, that's another
And I
period.
thought I
too.
changed then. I was like, good thing I don't do that shit anymore.
Right? Yeah.
I was doing brand new
Yeah.
shit.
I was
Like when you get to 8th grade and you think you're old.
I was hanging out with someone, and she was telling me about the first time she had her first kiss. I was like, dang, my first kiss was like in kindergarten. We used to have like this puppet show. It was, I know. It was a cardboard puppet show, and this girl, she would hold my hand, she'd take me behind the puppet show, and she'd just kiss me.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like,
Damn,
dang,
bro.
this
You
is kind of
stay
neat.
getting swept off
This
your
is kinda
feet,
neat.
Brian.
Ew.
Yeah, she had her other little friend who take this other
Goodness
little white boy.
gracious.
So it's just, it was just,
Oh, so they were double hoes.
Damn.
Trouble hose.
yeah.
Dang.
You want to know even something crazier?
Excuse me 1 second. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I just
okay.
see somebody outside. Give me 1 second.
Something
there's not.
crazier. You guys remember Clifford the big red dog?
Yeah.
So we were in class, and
Remember.
they were putting the movie on, and all the lights went out. We had a little brown bags of food. Some girl grabbed my hand. She put it on her vagina, and I didn't know what to do.
Wait, how old were you?
We were little, crisscross
Where do you
applesauce.
find all these?
I don't know.
This guy had a
Well, no,
expansive
that's not
childhood.
super uncommon. Like I remember, like
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
as
it's
a kid,
not-
the whole like you show me yours, I'll show you mine shit.
Yeah,
Hell no. I had a mom that was like, show anybody, you gonna get your ass beat. That was not the thing.
not only that, I remember we were living in Ontario in like these condo places, and this girl took me and my friend behind the trash can, and she like flashed us. It was awesome.
How you keep getting swept off your feet like your
I
whole
never
life,
flashed
bro?
anyone.
Like,
I don't have like a flashing type
Flashing?
chest.
Uh.
But what I lack in titty, I make up for in personality.
There you go. That's what I'm talking
nice.
about. Personality.
That's gonna be a meme.
It should be
Yeah.
a t-shirt.
Those last. It should
You
be.
make designs.
I should
Ooh.
make it a t-shirt on Amazon.
Ooh.
You should. I'll buy it.
Next.
I want
it's in black.
I'll wear it. I'll wear it and wear it to
That
the
could
gym.
be kind of funny.
Black
Make me
with like a peach
t-shirt cut off. Just cut the sleeves, vaguely
guys.
paint it.
Okay.
It's a gym shirt.
gym shirt. Just don't wash it.
So you haven't came up with any funny stories yet?
Oh my gosh, I was thinking about them like on the way here, and
I
they're
texted you about this 2 weeks ago.
I know.
but
but-
she's busy.
No, I
Too
just
busy
didn't know
for
what
us.
to say, and then I realized that some of my funny stories are actually embarrassing because I was really drunk.
Those are
but
my stories.
Those are
Hey,
funny.
best
I have
ones.
a good one from. I could tell you guys one of those, but
Sacrifice
I
some
have
dignity.
a good one from high school. So remember when Snoop Dogg would be like, "D-O double jizzle for shizzle."
That's my
da,
favorite
Sure
part.
do.
It's my
Right?
favorite Snoop Dogg.
So like everybody in my circle, this sounds so nerdy now that I say it. I think we're like 13 or 14, but they started call like Codizzle.
Cold.
Oh.
Right?
Was that
You
not
know?
your name?
Like,
I gave him that name. Well, it's
Codizi?
Well,
Codizi.
he's gonna take credit for
It was
now.
Code-
Deezy.
right.
All right, you know what?
But-
even
No, I'm
gonna
not saying it's not yours.
Everyone was
I'm saying
clearly
it's
a
not mine.
virgin, right?
Yeah.
So my nickname was Jizzle.
That's my nickname.
Yeah. And then like finally when, you know, everyone gets a little more experience, you're like, fuck, my nickname was Cum.
No.
Damn.
So
But
bad.
hold on, did you earn it or did you just
Hell
kinda,
no.
someone just like dubbed you?
I
was
was
fate.
like, I was
100%
the
fate.
friend who was like, let's party, like let's get fucked up. But I
Jizzle's
wasn't like
right,
the
let's
yeah. I
do
didn't
it.
know. I didn't even know any of that stuff. Like I graduated a virgin. I was not that girl.
Dang, not
So-
at that time.
No,
I graduated middle
never.
school, not a virgin.
His implication.
Thanks, Jay. Picking
We
up
know
what I'm
you
putting
didn't
down.
graduate a virgin.
Oh
No.
my gosh, I wish my name was Jizzle. That
Yeah,
would've been
so
cool.
I thought that was kind of funny now looking
Would have
back.
been more direct.
Wait, I got another
it's still
one.
funny now.
I got another
You
one.
got another
Go
one.
ahead, shoot.
So
dog.
this,
Shoot,
I
Jizzle.
used to be babysit by this lady. She had two, a girl and her
Hold
brother,
on, where's this lady at?
and Covina.
What were you doing there?
I was being babysat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
so-
molested again.
So this this
Strong-
girl
strong
takes me
start.
into,
That's right, I was
her
molested.
you know the sliding door, you go in a little patio, like super small. There was a kiddie pool, and she told me sit down. I'm like, why? She's like, so I could do the popcorn on you. I was like, what's the popcorn?
That's how it starts.
She's like, yeah, you just sit down. I go on top of you and I do a popcorn on you. Like she just
Oh,
bounces on me.
Lord.
And I was like, all right. So my little
Sounds
ass,
fun.
That's
sits
terrible.
down.
Why is this
You're
not
the
a joke?
adult. You know better.
my little ass sits
He's
down. She
making a
starts,
joke out of him.
I guess, trying humping me at a young age.
Wait, your
Kettle.
babysitter?
Hey,
No, my babysitter's
My
daughter.
brother wants to know if it was
Oh.
kettled or
I
buttered.
don't think that's
Huh?
good either.
Was
Bro,
it
my
kettle
ba-
or butter?
I think it's all
popcorn?
It's
bad.
butter.
But was she
Butter.
like older than you?
I can't remember that. I don't know, but
Yeah, did she ever bring popcorn in? Did she hold her promise?
no, she just popcorn with her ass on my ball stack. That's about it.
So you were molested.
Damn.
No.
This
I
guy-
had hot babysitters
Yeah, this
too.
guy-
I wish that would have happened to me, man.
This got dark.
So bad.
What?
Yeah, no.
Lil
You're
Wayne.
right.
It happened to Lil Wayne. He said he liked it. He said he was 11 when that shit happened to him. I was like, bro, I was trying at 11. I
That's
just didn't know
how
how.
D. Ray Davis lost his virginity. He lost it to 2 older women.
Man.
Damn. See, like you hear like all these teachers and shit, like molesting kids and
Nowadays,
stuff. Now, and you're just kind of like, I wish that happened to me.
Yeah.
But
Jay,
I was
change the
homeschooled.
You don't think it has?
But being homeschooled is a little different when it happens to you, you know.
Oh my god.
But we gotta talk about that. But
what about
yeah.
you?
Dude.
Funny
Or
stories.
Jay?
Me?
Yeah, let's go to you.
Stemming from
Your whole life's
nicknames.
funny, bro.
Dude, it's a
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
I mean, what? Sorry.
So I grew up with. I wasn't supposed to have nicknames, but I had a ton of nicknames when I was a kid. My name is Jonathan. Don't tell anybody. But I go by Jay. But as a kid, it was Johnny, and my last name was Long because she was married to somebody. My mom was married to somebody that she.
Was married to.
Was he hanging?
God damn it.
Shots fired, man. Damn.
So the last name was Long. So I go to school, Johnny Long. Johnny Long Schlong.
How
And
disappointed?
then I
were
switched it to Jay because I was like, Jay's cool. Jay
Yeah, yeah.
Jay
How
sounds like he's
disappointed
into
you-
music and shit.
How
Like,
disappointed were you though when you found out your John wasn't long?
It was too soon to call it, bud. I was a kid.
We
You
do what we
didn't know
can.
by then?
No, but then as I got older, I started going by Jay, and then I started.
Oh,
having
because
to
you
go
wanted
through-
it shorter because you were short.
Yeah, but all that turned into was Jay's gay. Jay, I just kind of got. Or Cody gave me one, Janel.
You gave you that one.
I would never pick Janel.
Cody, can you call me Jano?
You told me that you loved it.
I do kind of like it a little.
It's
Not-
funny.
You like Jano, like the name or like the action?
Janel.
It's, you know what? It's neither here nor there. What's it called? I had and then going into football, I had long blonde hair, so of course across from the quad, I would
Sunshine.
always hear
What happened to it?
Sunshine. So I always had these like little sex play names on me, man. I'm just like, let them rock though, cause fuck it, I like it.
Besides Jizzle, I never had a nickname.
Yeah, I had a hard. I never
Yeah,
got.
you
a
can't
stupid
top that
nickname.
name.
You guys would say that, though.
What do they call you? Oh, just call me Jizzle.
One of my buddies on my football team just openly called me Snowflake. I was the minority on that team.
Clearly.
Yeah,
Where'd you go
it
to
was,
school?
Catch the ball, Snowflake. Run the ball, Snowflake. Get water, Snowflake. Take a lap, Snowflake.
Damn. They call you Snow Bunny.
You got it in there every time.
Dude, he like loved it. It got a rise out of the rest of the team.
I mean, it's kind of
and I had to, and like I'm in my helmet, so you can't really like see my expression. I just like run off like a dork, take a lap or whatever. He told me.
Crying in his helmet. It's just sweat. Leave me
At the
alone.
visor, so no one knew I was. You know, it looked like I was still keeping
So-
it G.
I can't remember how stupid our conversations get when we were in high school and now, because I remember me and Henry, we had maybe one class together. Yearbook, right?
Yearbook.
So-
I was there too.
Oh, yeah. No,
And
but
me too.
No.
So was Casey, and
Oh,
so was
wait.
Marty,
Oh,
and so was
shit.
Cody. Dude, what the fuck,
Oh,
bro?
my bad.
Half the
You know
rooms in
what?
the
I'm
class. No, yeah. You take a
No,
lap.
so
Take a lap,
40% of
Snowflake.
this room was in that class with you.
me and Henry would have the weirdest conversations. We'd be like, "Hey, dude, you know those pornos where like the girl's like completely naked, but she has just her heels,
Heels
on?
on? I was in that conversation, okay?
She just bounced.
Fucking hurt right now.
My bad, dude. It's because we would have it all the time.
And then we talked about how bad were her ankles really hurt.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't remember that? That was my
Probably
concern.
Didn't.
What?
Probably didn't.
They probably didn't.
No.
They were on white couches. That
Should've
pleather
scientist.
sinks in.
No, it would be like all
Here,
in
let
her
me show
calves
you.
and her thighs. Let me show you.
Just kidding. I
No.
get horny.
I've never
Yeah,
been in
no,
that
it'd be
No
situation.
all
wonder
in
their
her
thighs
calves
are
and her
so
thighs.
Yeah, those nice
Sturdy.
thighs, I think.
It's
Yeah.
not her. Like
Except for
nobody's
Annalisa.
Like,
Have you
I'm
seen
walking on
Annalisa's
my
thighs? They're
ankles.
like really cottagey.
Did you go to school with her too?
Annalisa, no, she's a stripper. Well, she's a porn star.
Oh,
Yeah. You guys know? You're gonna pretend like you don't know who Annalisa is?
I know
Yeah,
Mason
I go to,
Moore. She's like she's a
church.
good squirter.
Oh, I know you probably don't.
Never seen a porn ever.
Really?
Not even on accident.
Just kidding.
You were selling
Oh,
that
yeah.
right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
you
Put
almost
one
did. I
on.
can't trust a girl
I
that
was
doesn't
like, I'm
masturbate. No
just
way.
sitting next to a saint right now.
If a girl says she doesn't masturbate,
I
she's
am
lying
a
twice.
saint.
All right.
You can be a Christian, a good Christian girl, but you can't be a saint. You can't be both.
I will be canonized at the end of this life.
What's
Canonized?
canonized?
What's that?
I don't know what that
Wait,
is.
when the
Oh,
wizard
yeah, hold
guy
on. This
dumps
is-
you like,
Somebody
This
takes
is
a
Jay's
picture of
word of the
the
day.
wizard
Hold on, hold on,
pack
hold on,
with a
hold on.
nice
Hold
camera.
on, wait. Let him do it. Remember last
Sounds
every
like a
time?
double entendre.
This is Jay's word of the day. He learns
I
a new
love that word.
every
And
time.
I know I can
Entendre?
easily look up these words and figure out what they mean and not look stupid.
What does it mean?
But I kind of like not knowing.
Entendre.
Because like I speak English and knowing an English word that I don't know what it means is kind of funny to me. I can use it
I think that's a
however I
French
want.
word.
What
Can you
does
explain to
double
him what
entendre
canon
mean?
means?
Canada.
A
Canon.
double
Canonized?
entendre?
Yeah.
It's like
It's like a Hemi.
Hold on, hold on. Let him. He's learning.
I could have sworn it was a Chevy. I thought it was a Chevy Entendre. My
Toyota
bad.
Tundra.
Toyota Tundra. All right. The
Canonized.
Chevy's got the Entendre.
Can you use canonized in a sentence, please?
Canonized? That's like, fuck. I
When
don't
you
know.
get spam and you canonize it.
huh?
When you get spam and it's too
I don't
hard to
get
get out of the can, so you canonize it and get it out.
That's pretty good. That's what I would have guessed. I would have guessed it had to do with canning things. Canonized is the
You hold
way
it.
of canning things. If I'm not mistaken.
You're not, Jay. You're not.
Definitely it.
You know what's another good
How
word that
can
I
we
don't know what
put
it
in a
means
can?
anymore? I forgot. I probably learned it. I learned it once. Egregiously.
Okay,
I,
what
don't
did
you,
it-
you don't. If
what
you
did
don't
it
know what
mean
it
when
is,
you
don't
knew
you
it?
want to use it?
What did it mean when you knew it?
I don't know what it means. I have no idea.
What do you
means.
want it to mean?
I'll pretty much just use that egregiously. I'll use egregiously. I'll use egregiously as I can.
Don't say you don't know it. Don't
I'm
say you don't know
serious.
it. You just use it
I
perfect.
feel like I'm an egregious smoker.
Oh, you're right.
I love egregiously.
Can you give canonized to the viewers out there?
Can I
that
get a
don't know?
definition,
I
please?
can canonize anything
Not-
egregiously. Is that a double entendre?
Yes. That's 3 in a row, Jay. Fuck. You guys missed all that. But
That's my favorite kind of
I'm gonna
color.
loop it back. Explain canonized to my boy here.
I don't even know what canonized means.
Damn it.
Oh my
Damn it.
God.
Just
Just
kidding.
special.
It's when the church makes you a saint. It's when the church. It's like a ritual when the church. Well, I don't know if it's
Yeah,
a
the-
ritual.
Oh, there's
but
a
it's
thing?
when
Well, the
church
wizard
makes
guy
you a
comes
saint.
down and
Sounds like Santeria.
Yeah, I don't know that. I think that's the Pope.
the Pope.
Excommunicated? Or when he blesses you?
Well,
Pope
you're
comes?
dead, so the Pope doesn't come down to you.
Ah,
but
He's busy.
Damn it.
It's like a.
Then why do I
service.
pay him for? My taxes.
That's with your taxes. You pay them. It's with an offering or a tithe.
Oh.
You
I don't
kiss
think your
both.
taxes
And
go
they
to
use
the
that to
Pope,
touch little boys.
for the record.
Man, I saw a priest slap a baby in a video.
Oh, that
and the
was
dad's like,
so
just give it here.
funny.
Give me the kid. Give it.
It's like, you know,
The guy's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it better.
He was suspended. The priest was suspended.
He got suspended?
Yeah.
Like he couldn't come to work?
Yeah.
He couldn't come
Okay,
he
how
couldn't
would
come
you-
to
hold on.
church?
That's an awesome
Yeah.
suspension.
Wow.
You go to work once a week and then you're suspended, so you just don't go to work for another week
Or
or a jet.
What do you
whatever.
think he did on his suspension? Like,
on his extra day off? You can go from having 6 to
He probably
7.
prayed.
Dang.
I don't know.
Probably
Yeah, he
prayed.
probably had to do a lot of Hail Marys.
yeah,
Sorry,
probably should
Jesus.
have.
And then
bet he
once-
didn't slap any
Did
more
you
kids.
watch the video?
I don't know if I'm
I don't know
thinking
about
of the
this
same
video.
one that Jay's mentioning, because that sounds like negative.
He like
Was it part of like a?
slapped the shit out of that.
Was it
baby.
part of
Wait,
like
wait.
a baptism type?
How did the video
I
happen?
think
Can you guys
something
explain
like
the video?
that.
I haven't seen the video.
like was he holding the baby like?
Was that
By
that
its
one
feet?
that he was fucking
No,
dipping
no,
it?
Okay,
no,
okay,
no,
so that's
no,
different.
no.
Okay,
Pass.
That was that.
It
That
was-
was that one.
Oh, I don't
No,
know.
no. It was in.
You need a vacuum.
I don't like to smell like it.
Yeah, I don't.
Sorry, guys.
I got. You want
Are you
cocaine?
gonna
I
hit
got
or no?
cocaine.
Okay.
Maybe
He
later.
needs cologne.
I
Perfume.
promised my dad I wouldn't do any coke or meth today.
Just today.
I actually promised that on.
Well, you know what? This is being canonized because that's another way to use that word, by the way.
Yeah,
That you
because
will
with the
not-
camera, right?
It's not a canon.
Yeah,
it's
I like
Sony.
your ring.
So
It
it's
doesn't
being
matter.
Sononized.
Is
It's
that a
just
cat?
It's a name.
No, it's an
Like
S.
Xerox,
Oh.
you know?
For
No, it's something completely
Yeah.
different.
Same thing.
Saint Jamie.
Because
Mm-hmm.
in our world and the nerd world too, to be canonized or to have canon is like something that's like a
Cannabis.
continuation of. So like the Star Wars movies,
Oh,
for
canon.
example.
Oh
Yeah.
shit,
so-
that
for
makes
something
sense.
to be canon.
Like a
for
legacy?
something to be canon.
Like your legacy is canonized. Like you continue to live.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like let's say you fuck up, like oh that's not canon. That doesn't
To be
count.
canonized instead of to be continued.
No, canon is CANNON. So
Canon
like
shot.
okay, so for example, there's like
So you
comic
just
books,
add eyes.
That's
to
like
the
one
end.
Hold
of
on.
7 words that you know how to spell.
whatever. So there's like comic books, right? Outside of like the Star Wars universe, right? And then there's some books that are actually considered part of being canon. So you can watch episode 1 through episode 9. And
Kinda
there's
like
like
Clone
a few
Wars.
books in there. What?
Like Clone Wars. That's
like
canon.
Clone Wars. Clone Wars is canon. So it's even though it wasn't made into a movie, it belongs to that universe.
That
It's
storyline.
canon.
Everybody
It's
knows that.
So when they write a book,
Duh.
that's canonized. So it's part of that linear timeline. So for her to be
Okay.
like, after this video, it'll be canonized. So it'll be part
So
of
it has
her
to do with
linear
like the
timeline.
era?
Not an era. It just has to belong to your journey or belong to that
Okay.
story. So her story was she was going to tell her dad she wasn't doing coke today, so she's canonized on here. But
Not
once-
that I've ever done it. It was just a joke. Just FYI for
Let the
fucking
record
internet.
show that it was just a joke.
I got that side eye. It
Ever-
was just a joke,
It's just a
I remember
just like Jay's life.
being a what? I can't. No, I don't know what I'm talking about.
You said what?
I don't know.
Who?
I was gonna say something really
Just what?
stupid.
That was
Hey, go for it, bud.
No.
You're on the
Let it
air.
out.
Oh no, I just didn't say. I remember being a bad influence and being involved in people's first coke sniff.
I thought you were gonna say first virginities because I
Oh.
know you took a lot of those.
Hey.
Yeah, you probably did that too.
Hey man.
You know, man,
Hey man,
Hey man.
somebody's got to go first.
That's true.
That's what I always say.
is that what
If
you
you're
always
not
say,
first, you're last.
You're
You're
not
last.
first, you're last.
Jay? We're gonna take another quick break because we're
Actually,
coming
okay,
up
fine.
on
Could be
like 10
second.
seconds.
And there's
But that's
Could
last.
be second.
We'll be
Somebody's
right back.
gonna be second.
we were just talking about
Yeah,
Russia.
You give a very short preface.
really short.
Switzerland.
We were
And then
talking
we'll
about
start talking
capitalism and
Oh, I'm sorry.
that was leading to the topic of equal outcome. People expect an equal outcome. People want the top to be funneled down to the bottom somehow, and that doesn't happen.
Wait. So we're talking about what? Russia?
We're talking
No,
about
we were talking about
Sweden.
capitalism.
We're talking about
Hey, guys,
communism.
you guys just keep it down just a little bit. Just a little bit.
We're talking about Sweden and communism and different forms of government and pros and cons of different forms of government and economy.
Which led to capitalism.
So Sweden is
Communist.
Well, I was saying I
Sweden
would
is
want,
communist? I
I
thought
would
they
want
were-
They're
to live in
social. They're
Sweden.
like socialists.
okay.
And
Because
communists.
those are two different things.
Well, they're not. Well, that's probably up to the connotation of the word that you have, though. Because communist in and of itself is not there's not evil.
I didn't say it was
within
evil. I'm just saying those are two different
Or, like,
types
bad.
of government because a communist country is a tyrannical government that has one dictator, one leader. A communist or
wanna be a leader.
a socialist country is more of a country that focuses on the
That'd be fun.
redistribution of wealth and resources.
I don't like
So
Right.
those are two different things.
So then it's socialist. Then
It's
because
socialism because I know that
I don't
Sweden
mind.
has jails that when they go to them, they have fucking recreation facilities.
Well,
they
and
have,
they have
rebuilding of society.
The maternal and the paternal leave and stuff like that is super equal. The vacation
Yeah.
time is super equal amongst all different levels
Yep.
of employees and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
See, and that's more of a socialist country.
And
They
what
have
we were
United
talking-
Healthcare,
Very good.
and then you look at fucking countries like North Vietnam. I mean, Vietnam. That was fucking 1960.
Wow.
North Korea. I'm sorry, North Korea. That is a dictatorship. Cuba is a dictatorship, and
Right.
those are fucking communist countries.
because the government owns
Because
everything.
the government basically says what comes and goes.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about their country.
So in Sweden, what we were talking about is could we do something like that
The,
my argument was that I don't think that is realistic because of the number of people that there are, like a lot, just alive, like especially like where we live and stuff like that. Like to be able to make, no, it just wouldn't turn out fair. And I don't know if it has more to do with the fact that the number of people or because we would be switching from what we have to.
see,
Also,
okay, that's
fair is unattainable.
Do you have your microphone? Your camera's microphone?
the shotgun mic. Yeah, I have it.
You could connect it so you could point at her and it'll pick up.
You want to do that? So you want me to take a quick break and then reset it to point it at them?
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
can step up to the camera
Yeah.
and talk some shit.
I got
We're
15
talking
minutes.
about Malcolm X's slogan "By any means necessary."
Oh my
and
gosh.
How I've created. Working on an art collection based on that.
Okay, really quick. I know it's gonna be super nerdy, but a lot of people didn't know this.
X-Men.
X-Men. I don't know if you guys are into X-Men at all.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
You're about to be. So now, Professor
You're
Xavier.
into X-Men?
No,
So good.
Didn't
Missing
know.
out.
Okay, yeah.
like
Okay,
comics.
X-Men. Okay, X-Men was made in like the 1950s, 1960s, based on like the oppression of like blacks and like how they were separated from like and how they were treated by the government and by people, right?
the
So you have
Malcolm
Malcolm.
X-Men.
So you have Malcolm X and you have Martin Luther King, right? So they
Superman
had-
and Batman.
Not yet. So you had basically two types of leaders that chose to handle the situations completely differently. One was extremism and one was peace.
Actually,
Now,
they were both extremists.
not necessarily, because Malcolm X did not have a march and did not have any sort of conflict with the police. They were like, they told them to basically turn the other cheek, and they were fucking beat on those marches.
Yeah.
Malcolm X, have you seen that picture with him in the AK-47 before he turned around that building? Those are two completely different types of leaders, that how they led their groups of people. Now, X-Men was basically based off of both of those characters. So you have Charles Xavier, that was based off of Martin Luther King, and you have Magneto, that was based off of Malcolm X. So you had one extreme
makes
that was
sense.
about the
Parallel.
brotherhood of people that cared about it, and you know what? Everybody else was second. Their people came first.
That's why it's
With
called the brotherhood.
Charles Xavier, his mutants came second, and to try to integrate with
What
society.
do you mean mutants?
That's all I wanted to say. Go ahead. with by any means necessary is basically.
A lot of people view them completely different, but Malcolm X and Martin Luther King actually had more in common in their ideology than they were like different. American history just chooses to kind of whitewash
Martin Luther King, of course. No, and I totally agree.
Make him just kind of be more.
Mainstream.
They try to make it seem like he came out of white suburbia.
They make him make more mainstream because he's easier to swallow for high school students in education, so they don't
Than
develop these
Malcolm X.
ideals before they graduate to create riots and all this other
Yes.
stuff.
You don't want to
Also-
radicalize.
also-
No. Yeah, no, and all I'm saying is, yeah, it's on the other side. But what I'm saying is that's how they were based.
But
So
I-
Martin Luther King was very turn the other cheek because it was based like the Selma March, I believe it was, when they were
Selma. March on Selma.
March on Selma, right? Where they had videos of them being, when they entered, I forgot what city that was, that they were basically
Montgomery.
beat by cops on horses, and they were told, and there was video of them yelling not to fight back, and Bernie Sanders was there. I don't know if you've ever seen the
Yeah,
video.
he was.
Bernie Sanders was there, and he even attested to nobody retaliated. So that's basically how,
Gandhi did
But
that
of
too.
course, they're going to push that narrative of peace because that's what kept slaves enslaved for such a long time. Like, regardless of whether or not the statement Kanye West made was popular about 400 years of slavery sounds like a choice to me. Like, it was a poor choice of words on his part.
For sure.
But he meant the same thing that Harriet Tubman meant when she said, I freed 1,000 slaves and I could have freed 1,000 more had they known that they were slaves. And so me as a leader, as a dictator, as somebody who wants to keep an oppressed people oppressed, of course I'm going to be like, yeah, don't fight me back. Of course that's the guy I'm going to teach in
Right.
school.
Yes.
Because you're not going to have a revolutionary. You're not going to have a
Right.
real change. You're going to have what we have now, which is systemic oppression and this mitigated sort of racism.
No, for
that
sure. And, like-
exists
Not to
and, like-
mention
through the
white
judicial
privilege.
system.
Like I totally agree because the
I mean,
same,
white
the same, you
privilege
know,
is
the same
whatever.
companies. For example, GE. You know how they
Byproduct.
own a couple of profit for prisons, and they also own a lot of record labels that like a lot of these rap artists out there that are talking about like not black on black crime, but like basically like shoot the other opposing gang up. Are owned by the same company, which is GE. So they're creating like a system where let's make music to get these people angry and attack each other, and then when we have to imprison them, they go back to our own prisons. So they're creating their own economy, their own system to make money on music, make money on prisons.
Wait, who owns
GE, for example, GE is
General
okay.
Electric?
General Electric is one of like the main. There's like a few others that are their parent company, or they're the parent company to like. I'm not gonna say Capitol Records. I'm not gonna. Just for example, let's say GE owns Capitol Records, right? And they also own Folsom Prison. Okay, they're gonna make sure, like how you hear like in a lot of record labels that, oh, they're making me push this, or they're making me say this,
Yeah.
or this is what I have to put out, and I have to put out in this timeline. They're forced to make a type of music that can create this anger and this rage because they see that the results of that can lead to mass incarceration. So when they get mass incarcerated in the city that's more popular from wherever their artists came from, go to the jails that they also own.
So you think music is partly to blame for?
Not music, the companies that own the record labels. So I respect those people that say like they don't have their own label, they're on their own, they do their own shit,
Independent
because they're not.
artists.
There is no real puppet master to
If
that.
I was a rapper, I would own a prison.
Dang, that's kind of a good idea.
That's deep.
Free the
I would.
homies.
Free to,
I
as soon as they
would.
go in, free them.
It's not even the fact that it's an investment. Like, obviously, you'd make some money. But when you own it, it's yours. You can run it like you own it. So you could
Yeah.
rehabilitate people
True.
who come from the same environment that you do. The fact that you had the ability to, like, persevere and get out of that bullshit, whereas these people didn't have that same opportunity. You can rehabilitate them and put them
Right.
back into, like, give back to, like, hey, my music got you here, but I'll fix that.
There are
Yeah.
things like that. There's like halfway, well, maybe not even a jail, but like there's 6 beds in halfway houses, and what else? Like smaller versions of being incarcerated where there's may not be walls, but repercussions if they leave for like low offenders.
Yeah.
There's ways that they can go. Places that they can go to. Like I think in Redlands or Riverside, there's like a ranch
think that's-
where like people can work. They work on the ranch and they work with animals, and it sobers
Yeah.
them up, and then they
I
go
think
out
it's
and get a life.
Riverside.
I thought it was Modesto.
Maybe it's Modesto. I don't even know where Modesto. I'm not sure.
But
Canada.
the majority of those people are white and Latino. There's not a lot of black people in those facilities. There's no, it's
You want more? I'm playing. I'm playing.
no, but in the type of facility that you're talking about, like
Yeah.
I have experience with them in just my own life experience, and it's always been all white guys and all Latinos. I actually can't think of a time that I saw a black man in a halfway house or a rehabilitation center.
Based on the ratio that black people are incarcerated, that shouldn't be true at all. It should be
Because
The
I've
opposite.
been
black people.
Yeah.
I've been
Unfortunately,
like
of course.
Because
in
don't
and
you
out of
have
the
to
system
opt
a lot.
into a halfway home?
Opts? No, I mean
Opt.
it.
Like,
Like,
don't
if
you
it's a
have to
if it's
sign
a
up?
deal, if it's a deal on the table, you can.
Oh, okay.
Like if it's like when you're in court and it's a deal on the table that you can go do something like that, or sit in jail for longer, or pay a fine of this kind or whatever. If it's on the table, you can. You just have to sign up for that one. But if you say no to that, and then the next deal's shittier, there's no going back. So
Option
Wow.
one.
yeah.
Well-
But that's the thing though, is like a lot of people when they bust a
Big
crime, like
hopes.
they don't pick the same. They don't pick the first deal. They know it's like an ongoing thing that people tell new inmates is don't take the first deal because it's always shitty. And then if you wait and drag it out and cost them more money by you sitting around fighting this, depending on what your case is, like you can get a better deal.
If it's the federal government, though, you're going to jail.
Oh, you're doing 80% or more.
I have to go to Cleveland next month to
What?
testify
Cleveland jail?
in a federal case.
Oh,
and I don't even
shit.
know like all the details of it, but
You gonna say that on the internet?
Well, I don't care. Hey, what's that? They subpoenaed me like the other day.
They subpoenaed you?
Yeah, so I have to go.
Oh, shit.
But this is like a case that's been going on since 2013 or something like that. I'm like, damn, y'all don't let nothing go.
Oh, if you're
God,
fighting a
nothing.
case, dude, I'm still paying on vandalism charges from like 2012.
See,
You
I was
chose
gonna
that
try to
life.
sound cool before that because I have a library thing that's been like going after me. Like, I know I returned that fucking book. It was like Dragonology, the
Man.
study of like European dragons. I returned that shit because I don't have it.
Do you want me to tell you
Yeah.
what to do?
Yeah, and just for that, I'm not going back to the library.
Do you want me to tell you what to do? You have to do the type of thing that girls do, right? It works for us.
But I don't have boobies.
You know, I don't have boobies.
I don't have
I
boobies.
don't know. I would still be like,
We're in the
okay.
same playing field, right? So you have to go find the old ladies, right? So
That
I have to
37-year-old
find
girl
the
you were
guy.
talking about.
You gotta find the.
That's
37-year-old
exactly what
lady
you got
that
out of
works
it.
At the library.
Wear some skinny
And then
jeans.
you have to be like,
Check.
hi, I had a library card. I don't know, when I was like in high school or something. I haven't had it in such a long time. I need to get a new one though because I need to print out some stuff.
and have chocolate on your
And
finger
then they'll
ready.
like look it up, and then they'll be like, oh, there are these
oil.
fees from 12 years ago. We'll just waive them, and then that's how you get them
Wow.
waived.
Oh my gosh. Today I saw on the news. Okay, this fucking sucks for this dude. He rented a video. I don't know why you rent a video at a grocery store. Okay, if you do that, you need to reevaluate your entire
Redbox.
life situation. Not Redbox. This was before
VHS.
Redbox. This was before Redbox.
Bougie
This was
ass.
that. Okay,
Can't
I don't know
have
if
a
you guys
Redbox.
remember. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember. Back when like the transition from, and the only reason I remember so fresh because my parents were stupid. The transition.
You
fro-
remember because they're stupid. Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on. The transition from VHS to DVD. I had to set up our first DVD player. My parents didn't know how that shit worked, okay? Now, on
I
the
don't know
old
how that-
VHS, it said, be kind, please rewind. The DVDs would have the same thing because the DVD manufacturers or the DVD rental places didn't know that you didn't like have to rewind those. My mom legit used to think you need to rewind this DVD before you return it.
That was a phrase in your house. Rewind the DVD.
Yeah, my brother's right there. He won't let me lie. We still make fun of her about it, okay?
You stay making fun of mom, and she
Yeah,
loves you, boys.
She's a joke. Whatever. I love her though.
Kick his ass, mom.
trying to
Anyways,
get on the show,
you know
Jay.
what?
We'll
She
talk
actually
about that.
commented on last week's video. She
She
said,
did.
Ari, this is your mom here. And I went, delete. I delete. Look,
That's
you guys
not
think I'm
right.
lying?
We
She
needed
wants
that
to be-
comment.
the
We don't
notice-
get
She
any
wants to be on the
comments.
show.
I know she want to be on the show.
She
I was
was,
like,
yo, I was at that. We were at the house at his parents' house on Sunday. We were
Sunday.
just chilling. When everybody was talking. His dad was there for a little bit, and then his sister and Kelly came out, and she was like, "All right, so do you guys have guests?" And I'm like,
and he
like,
looked
"Ariel,
at me, and I was
Ariel,
like,
we're at your
I
house,
have-
bro. You're gonna have to do this. Is your
I
situation.
have an idea.
I'm like, yeah, we've occasionally we've had guests. Like we've had a and like
have her call it in?
and they talk about it, and she's like, well. What about like an older woman that's like a grandmother and like
I think
just
you
like
should bring her on.
and starts
Nope.
describing
Would
herself.
she get high? Would she be down to get high?
no.
No.
She would say, Jesus doesn't want all this. Get
Oh,
this
she
shit
doesn't
out.
drink
Let's
either?
put it this
No,
way.
we would be able to drink.
She's
That
had
No,
the.
I don't know how she had
She's
kids
had the
then.
church
Man.
channel in your house for how many years?
Bro, she leaves the radio
TBN?
on.
Every
No,
once
no,
in
no.
a-
She leaves like the radio on with like the Pastor
Wizard
Greg Laurie
yeah.
on. So like Jesus
Coach
is in the
Laurie.
house when no one's home. Yeah.
Jesus is in the house and no one's home.
Man, look.
Anyways, fuck.
got
Anyway,
an
hold on.
idea.
Before we
Shut
get
it
too
down.
deep, we're
I
getting
like
in the
your
rabbit hole.
mom.
Hold on, we're getting in the
Shut
rabbit
me on
hole
the
again.
show.
We always
Yeah,
do
her-
this shit.
His mom's great.
But I'm just saying, this dude had a DVD and he showed like the video of it. It was Ted, okay? And it said, "Be kind, please rewind." So this motherfucker, whenever Ted came out, okay, rented this video from a grocery store that was so dated that they still had the cases that said, "Be kind, please rewind."
Wow.
So it wasn't Netflix. Owed $247. Had a subpoena. That's why when you brought it up, I was like, "Oh fuck!" Had a subpoena from like Los Angeles court, whatever,
for renting Ted for too long.
for not returning it, bro. And
Wow.
he moved houses. And I was like, first of all, you moved and you didn't know that like like in your shit that you moved that you had Ted. Like, why would you even rent that trash to begin with? But
Ted was
like,
a good
Hey,
movie.
I like
Who are
Ted.
you to shit on Ted right now?
it wasn't a great movie, man.
Fuck off. It had Mark Wahlberg in it.
I know it had Mark Wahlberg, but it wasn't a fucking great movie. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
About? He had a
It was
thunder
hilarious. It was a great movie.
Are you shitting me?
Flash Gordon was probably the
Is
best.
it, it's
part
not
of it.
like artistic value. No, it's not a great movie. But did you
Neither
laugh
was
the whole
Step
time?
Brothers.
Yes,
It
it
made-
was a great movie.
it
Yeah,
made me
Step
laugh.
Brothers wasn't a
There's
theater.
no artistic value
Let
to
me tell
Ted.
you. Let me tell you this. It made me laugh 2 times.
Graphic artistic
Two
value.
times.
That's
You have
it.
no sense of humor.
Okay, I do
He
have
really
a sense of
doesn't.
humor. It's just very dark.
The things that he
It made me
laughs
laugh 2
about are
times.
not funny.
Remember
actually.
when
They're
Ryan
bad.
Reynolds was making out with that
Disturbing.
dude?
Yeah.
You guys aren't even listening to me.
How about that
No, we're
rabbit
not
hole?
because you laugh about disturbing.
Remember
things.
when Ryan Reynolds was making out with that one guy that does like pow right in the kisser from
In Ted?
Step Brothers? Yeah, they made out. You guys don't vividly remember Ryan Reynolds making out
No,
with him?
see, you remember the wrong parts.
Those
of
are
the movie.
not my
No wonder you
favorite
don't
Ryan
like
Reynolds moments.
Yeah, mine neither.
it. No
Anyways,
wonder
go ahead.
you don't like it.
It just was, that made me laugh. Other than that, it wasn't a great movie.
I gotta go to
It
bed.
was a great movie. When he's like the life.
I really do.
It's Brian's bedtime.
Okay.
I wonder if
Bedtime.
it's on Netflix.
It's Brian's
If
bedtime.
it's not, it should be. I feel like it was.
What? It's
worth
Brian's
watching again.
bedtime.
It's Brian's bedtime.
It really is.
I think
sounds
there's
like
a
a
song
we got
for
five.
that.
I think we're gonna
Boring.
go ahead
I know.
and cut to break.
Brian's
See who
bedtime.
else wants to come on.
Well,
Brian,
bedtime.
tell us one of your
Fight it
bedtime
out.
stories.
Um,
Sugar.
No, can I go to sleep?
shade.
I'm a good boy.
Shade.
I don't
Let
do.
there be
I don't-
shade.
I don't do nasty things anymore.
Psych.
Eat it, Brian.
Thank you for joining us, Brian.
Okay.
Thanks for coming out.
Hey, do your okay bye.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian, for coming. We're
Eat
gonna take a quick
Brian.
break. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Goodness.
Just wave. Just wave. You want to blur your face out? I wasn't getting your face. I'm just getting the action of the bottle. I'll show you after.
I don't have
All right,
any idea
ladies
what
and
it looks like.
gentlemen.
I know that they redid the pool.
Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready?
Yeah, they probably did. But the front
All
looks
right.
not good.
Hey, if you guys can keep it down for maybe just like 10 minutes. Hey, Marty, you just shut your mouth for just like 10 minutes?
It's horrible.
All right, cool. Appreciate it.
What am I doing?
All right,
am
so
I
he's gonna.
here?
Okay, get the mic right.
I don't like my
get,
voice.
Get it right at your mouth. You know what you gotta do? Do this.
Just like very,
Put the
like,
fist.
close to-
Put the
You
fist.
gotta
right
like blow the mic, but not really blow
Steph,
it.
but
just
blow
listen to
it.
Steph.
Kinda
Just
like-
listen to
Okay,
us
I
more.
got this,
Listen to
guys.
Steph.
I got
More
this.
Okay,
Steph knows
so
more than Brian.
Fuck you.
between the last clip, between the last
I know,
clip
thank you.
and this clip,
There have been
Okay.
some casualties.
This
Ladies.
is a bad idea,
Ladies.
by the way.
between shots, you ladies are gonna be looking at that camera. Okay, Cody, we're looking at this one. Okay.
Oh,
if you
hey.
need to look
I
at the
feel
camera.
very
Okay, I'm
claustrophobic.
not- I mean, I
with
didn't-
this
It's okay, it's
mic.
only gonna
I
get
didn't
worse.
mean
Put
to,
that
but now
out
that you're
there.
saying
So
it,
between
now I wanna
between the
look at
last shot and this shot, it's probably been about 3 hours or so. We never
Or
did a
3.
closeout, so we're gonna be doing a closeout, but we're also gonna have a little light discussion. Thank you, ladies, for coming out. Steph, we haven't seen her in a long time.
It feels
Appreciate
great
you.
to
God.
make an appearance. Thank you.
Yeah,
Missed
it's been a long time
I
since we've
miss
seen you.
Eat more of
I
these,
miss-
but I'm gonna throw my bread.
Appreciate you having you back.
Tomorrow.
Cody, you're totally missing her appreciation
What?
of us.
I have a popper.
Gracias.
Hey, Steph, dude, we haven't had Steph back in a minute.
I miss Steph. You know what? I
I
thought
loved you in the beginning.
I thought a few times I was like, you know,
Oh,
why
thanks.
why isn't Steph on the show? And without an actual explanation, I was like, it's I kind of get it. I kind of get it.
Steph's been
Yeah,
busy.
what?
It's why are you just not
Hey.
on the show? It's a commitment to be on the
Hey,
show.
keep
You
it
gotta, be
down.
ready. You gotta be ready to talk.
Hey,
Ho!
Can you bring it down for a second? We're
Same.
trying to close the show out
Yeah,
for just
same.
a minute.
Don't you
You
work
Just give
won't.
us like 10 minutes.
You won't.
Just give us like
You
10
won't.
minutes.
Bartender, yeah.
You won't.
Thank you.
See? I knew I liked her.
I'm sorry. Why do you like her?
Nothing.
We're just
No,
trying to say.
bartenders.
We're just trying to say thank you, Steph, for showing
Yes.
No,
showing face.
dude, I've missed. I've been. Life kind of hits you like a,
Yeah, like a brick wall, like a fucking
and that's
brick wall.
exactly what
ASMR.
But
Some ASMR right
I
there.
feel like that echoed really loudly right now. That's how it shows the impact of it, how hard it's been.
No, I can't. Yeah.
True,
But-
true. No, appreciate you coming out.
I love you guys.
Can't
Much
add
love.
anything to
Damn
that.
it, Marty, get your shit together. We're trying to finish
You're
this
doing-
last episode.
You're doing
out.
great.
Drinks. I'm sorry.
It's all right. This is for everyone that's watching right now. This is our friend Marina.
You're doing great.
She's doing excellent. She's only been on camera to get through college. Right now, she's shots fired. I know. I'm sorry.
I mean, but chill. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
exactly,
right.
Mom. Don't watch this. Please.
Sorry, this is our friend Marina. She's disappeared from all of our lives for like the last 15 years.
Oh my God, you don't remember me, so
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Has it really been that long?
It's honestly since
eighth grade?
Since 8th grade, so that's at least 15 years because we're about to hit our 10-year anniversary in high school, and then
Fuck.
Why
Are
do
any?
you
Are
say
any?
stuff like that?
Okay.
I'm no math.
Why do you
First-
say
I'm no.
things like that?
I'm no
First
math.
question I
Look,
have
look,
is:
look,
Don't
look,
don't
you guys.
Are
don't-
any? Are
I'm
any
no
of you
math-
guys
look,
actually going?
I'm no mathematician.
I'm
going to
not. I'm not
mine.
going.
But the
That
difference
shit.
from middle
We
school
should
and
just
high
all
school
go.
is 5 years.
That'd be fun. I feel like that'd be
I
fun.
don't want to remember that.
How about this? How about this? If we don't do a high school reunion, we need to do like a redo on prom here.
So
I
I
never
like
went
to
to
think
prom.
I'm 30 years old right
So.
now, and it's
Too
okay.
Too soon.
Wait,
Too
what?
soon. What'd you say? You're grinding on everyone.
Okay, that's
we
fine.
need. We need the
God,
ruler.
no,
we need the
let's
ruler
not
between us.
recreate.
Yeah, we need the ruler between us.
Let's not do that.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll not
man.
only do a high school reunion here for people that don't want to show
Oh,
up,
man.
but we'll do a fucking prom.
I'll come because, like,
You had a shitty prom, right?
Well, yeah, but I was at a different high school than all of y'all.
True. No one got to invite you.
I was at a
She went to high
really
school in
bad,
Texas, like
no
like
Riverside.
Bravo. Oh, Riverside, right? Same thing.
Hey,
Basically
that's all
Texas.
Riverside.
Like
Hey,
Bravo
what the fuck?
did.
I live there.
Okay, but I went to
When they
Kane
learned
High
to say
School,
y'all.
and it was just a bunch of white people, and they all sucked. No offense,
Yeah,
Cody.
yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's cool. You
Did you have a
I
shitty
know, I
prom?
do.
Did
I
you
do.
go to prom?
I mean,
You know,
I
shitty
didn't go.
8th grade.
You didn't go to prom. Did you go to prom?
graduation dance.
I didn't go to prom.
You didn't go to prom?
welcome.
I didn't go to prom.
We're all fucking losers.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm not a loser.
Yeah, no, me neither. I just had a really shitty prom.
I went out and had a great time.
Yeah?
And did not spend like fucking
Reserve comment.
200 and
Yeah.
some on a stupid
No, I
ass dress
spent
and
way too
Orleans.
much money. I spent way
I
too
had a
much money on Snappy
blast.
Love.
That's not funny.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
No, it is. It's actually really.
It's
funny.
really fucking
Yeah, it's
funny.
cool. Yeah, it
we
is.
should talk about
What's
that.
funny? Let's talk about
Well,
it.
I told,
Eighth grade graduation
That's funny
dance.
that
Let's
Ooh,
just talk
that was
about
a good
eighth
one.
grade
You know that was in
graduation
downtown
dance
Upland, right?
And Cody.
Where did that go?
Yes,
That was
it
downtown
in
Upland.
downtown
It was downtown
Upland.
Upland
Oh
across
my
the street
God.
from Second. I told you I'm a steel
I
trap
had
up
a
here.
polka dot,
Do we eat there?
blue and black dress.
guys.
I took pictures with
guys.
Marissa Diaz.
Gentlemen,
Do we eat there?
can we keep it quiet for just like 5 more minutes?
I just know I could.
Yeah, we did eat there. We did eat there. So that was like it was 8th grade. It was 8th grade prom. 8th grade
Eighth
prom
grade
is that what it's called?
graduation
That's as
dance.
prom
It
as
was
it ever got
eighth
for me.
grade
Yeah.
graduation dance.
That.
We had
That is what
there
it
was
was
a
called.
okay. There
I
was a
put it
bunch of
together.
tables.
Downtown Upland, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Thank.
It was
my
across
little,
the
my
street
little
from
dress
Second
was
Ave.
lit.
It was in that downtown.
I looked
like, where
bomb
the
for a little 8th grade.
It was straight up
I
to
had
the
my
right.
polka dot.
Yeah,
dress.
same. I had a
Polka
cute
dots
little
were
polka dot
in
Yeah.
dress.
During
No,
the,
okay.
the
That was
the
time.
thing?
Yeah,
So
it was a total
the way
thing.
the dance went
I
down.
remember that.
My gosh, everyone.
Ooh. I'm missing sexual tension
guys?
between two males.
Nobody wants to get on the
What's
mic, but
happening?
you guys want to fucking be all
Oh,
super loud.
yes.
Oh, right, we have Bravo showing up.
Who doesn't
Finally,
remember
pull the
me
mic around.
from
Where's
middle school?
That camera.
You're gonna
that
look
camera?
at that
All
camera.
That one.
That
of
one.
them.
So many cameras
Why do
here.
you-
Yeah,
Wait.
grab the mic.
Because you
Grab-
just got laid.
Okay.
It's as far as it goes.
Jesus.
Oh, you got
Can
laid
I
by
use this
America.
popper now?
This is America's laid day.
Yeah, you're right.
Too much.
You smell like coconut. Sorry, go on.
Grab the mic.
There's a mic
There's a mic right behind
behind
you.
your head.
Can I use this?
Yeah, it works.
Kind of.
What?
I've been holding on to this.
Oh shit! Scared him. He's been doing that all night, and finally
He
he got
told me I
it.
couldn't do it to his face, and so I did.
No,
Yeah,
go
you
ahead.
should've- yeah.
He's too
That's-
beautiful. He
that's
needs to
the
get
right
a
thing
little
to do.
damage. The only gay people that I know right now is this young man sitting next to me. Because there's
Hey.
some days that he can be pretty
Gay
gay,
pride, Cody.
but you know what?
Cody's like asleep in the chair right
I
now.
have no shame
Brian,
in my game.
you are fucking up the focus right now.
What are you?
You are fucking up the focus. How?
This shit
Okay.
just fucking happened.
You know what?
Do your pants?
Thank you guys for joining us. Everybody got way too drunk. Back the fuck up. You're in my shot. You're in my shot. Episode 30, 3rd of July, America's birthday.
It's
Thank you for
Ario's
joining
fault.
us. It's probably my fault, but
It's definitely your fault.
it's definitely my fault.
Why am I here?
Thank-
I want to go.
It's Ario's fault.
Thank you for joining us. Episode 30, Webcast the Couch. We'll see you guys next season. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends and send it to your mothers.
Subscribe and subscribe.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.